You guys have been doing great stuff with Misa. Would
Thank
love
you.
to hear how you've gone through with this journey. Given the NEET exam, qualified for it as well.
Yes.
Very close to giving the culinary exam as well.
People used to watch serials and cartoons. I used to watch cooking shows. I used to watch TLC. I used to read Tarla Dalal and Nita Mehta books. Before, when I was in school, I
Okay.
used to doodle visiting cards saying the sweet tooth delivers to Alia Bhatt, Shah Rukh Khan, and to your doorsteps as well.
Do you have more such stories to share with us
I
about?
have a story related to you, to Bar.
So, if you were to give a name to this entire journey in the form of a autobiography or a movie title, so just as a female entrepreneur or a bakerpreneur, what are the challenges or what are the things that you feel are required for any other female bakerpreneur out there? Hi Nidhi,
Hi, Devil.
welcome to our facility
Thank you.
and thank you so much for making it here.
It's a pleasure to be here, Devil. Thank you.
It's great to have you, and you guys have been doing great stuff with Misa. Would love to hear how you've gone through with this journey. But there's an interesting fact that I just got to know. Given the NEET exam, qualified for it as well,
Yes.
very close to giving the culinary exam as well.
Yes.
So, how did that journey go about, and what was the turmoil like at home?
So turmoil is a very subtle way of saying it, Diver. I was a biology student in school because I loved the subject. And I was expected to be a doctor because both my grandparents are doctors. But I was always interested in the culinary field. I wanted to become a chef. I wanted to bake for a living. And because I had my parents' support, I had them by my side. I was able to convince my family somehow. And
That's
so
interesting. Typically, you see the turmoil coming from parents, and grandparents are the ones
I've
who.
been grateful on that part.
That's great to hear. And how did this baking or culinary interest come about?
It's been many years there, but so it started when I was 11. When people used to watch serials and cartoons, I used to watch cooking shows. I used to watch TLC. I used to read Tarla Dalal and Nita Mehta books. That that's what interested me always. And then MasterChef came along, hooked on to
Master
MasterChef Australia.
MasterChef Australia. Yeah, I was just about to ask, was it the Australian version that
It
sort?
was the Australian version, yes.
Then how did Aurangabad come about? You studied at IHM Aurangabad.
I did a culinary arts degree from IHM Aurangabad. So what I learned the skills and the management aspects of it over there.
Oh.
And Aurangabad led me to Jaipur where I worked in Taj for around 2 years. And I learned the ropes of the industry over there. I'm very grateful for all my mentors over there. That's how I'm sitting over here with you.
But that would be. I'd love to hear more about how that craft developed at Jaipur, Taj Jaipur, and what do you think? What aspects of that have come with you to Misa?
So since we were working in Taj, and as we all know, Taj has a very strong and very integral work culture. The values of authenticity, the values of respect are all very intrinsic to them, and that's how I'm running. I would wish to run Misa as well with honesty, with integrity. That was really inspirational.
It's interesting that you say that because at our internal team meetings as well, we always talk about see what Taj has done and then um, let's hold ourselves to that standard. So when did the idea of Misa come about? I believe your partner as well, who's working with you, is also interwoven in this. He's from Jaipur, right?
He's from Jaipur. Yes.
Okay.
So long before there was Misa, I started the Sweettooth by Chef Nidhee from home. Okay, 2020 during COVID. Prior to that, I was working in Jaipur, but because of COVID, I had to move home. And I didn't want to sit idle. I wanted to be occupied in something. That's how I started the Sweettooth. Interestingly, the Sweettooth is a name that I had thought of long before when I was in school. I used to doodle visiting cards saying the Sweettooth delivers to Alia Bhatt, Shah Rukh Khan, and to your doorsteps as well.
Wow.
It was always on my mind, and I had thought that when I have my own bakery, it'll be called the Sweettooth. So I started the Sweettooth from home in 2020.
Wow.
And everything led to each other, and since it was COVID time, it didn't sit right with me to work for profit. So for 2 years I was donating 50% of what was coming to me to charities like Chhatra Sansad, Zomato's Feeding India.
Wow.
That's
So that's the
large value again.
interesting. So did you manage to get it to Alia Bhatt and Shah Rukh Khan as well?
Not yet,
But
but
work in
never gets
progress.
good.
Yes. Nice. So that's how Sweet Tooth began,
Yeah.
2020. Yeah, I think COVID has been like this. It's almost become like a marker in our lives where there are pivotal moments that come about, and
Absolutely.
a lot of things that we've always dreamt of has sort of taken off during COVID. We've of course come later, but the journey of Sweet Tooth started, you said, in 2020, and then how did that turn into Misa?
So it was 3 years of operating from home.
Hmm.
We were looking at taking the next step now, moving out of the home. And I wanted the Sweet Tooth to not just be a bakery anymore. I wanted to expand my product range, and my partner Aditya, he's he's more into savory stuff, savory baking, savory cooking, much more than I am.
Okay.
So I asked him if I practically forced him to join me.
Oh,
And we started Misa by the Sweet Tooth in March 2023.
23.
Yeah,
Wow.
we were operating as a cloud kitchen till October.
Oh.
It'll be an year tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Us starting dine-in.
That's awesome. So we've got birthdays galore. It's also a great time, of course, Navratri being a very vibrant time in Vadodara. So, how has your experience been building this brand? And you've also opened your next outlet in another part of Vadodara as of now. So, how has your experience been from cloud kitchen to now physical outlet and then outlet number two?
Devat, when I look at it after an year and a half, I'm filled with nothing but gratitude because of the team that's been supporting us. They consider Misa as their own, and I'm very grateful for that. And to the community that we've built of our customers, most of them who are like family now, who trust us blindly with everything that we do. We're very grateful. When we were in the moment, we might have thought it was very challenging how we'll get through it, but we're glad we had the support to get through it and sit here with you.
Do you have any like memories of disasters or times that you felt that, oh man, this is going to be, I don't know how I'm going to get through this?
Many. So we were developing our croissants for the longest time. When I was doing it from home, I used to do hand laminated croissant trials every other week. And even after we moved to the our commercial space, we couldn't figure it out for even 7 8 months. But now we're very happy with what we're doing, and all of those challenges, all of those trial and errors led to a product that we're very proud of now.
And what was that journey like? Just to try and get deeper into, say, someone else who's also trying to set up their own bakery or they're going through similar journeys. What would you typically try and tell them? Of course, patience and perseverance is definitely one of the things. But just wanted to try and understand because, croissant is one of those things that is there in almost every bakery, but you only like very specific um, types, that softness, the texture. What was that journey like? What were you looking for, that magic
I was
moment?
looking for a perfect honeycomb structure.
Uh-huh.
When you cut into it, you can see a perfect honeycomb with holes. So that's very respected in the bakery world, and that was what I was looking for. And getting it with with locally available ingredients was what took so long.
Interesting. So, because my follow-up question to that would always be that this is something, again, that comes from the Taj school of thought, that you hold yourself accountable to what you're trying to deliver. But I'm not sure if the audience, do you think that the audience, the customers are actually understanding it, or how's that experience been?
So there's a very big difference. That maybe that's what holds us back sometimes as well. That what we're working towards, what we're investing so much time in, is that really what customers are looking for?
Right.
But that's a balance that we have to work with.
Because it's amazing to hear.
Educate the customers. That's what we have to continuously do.
Definitely makes sense. I think that is what we were also trying to understand, that it's very important, and this is something that you mentioned with the honeycomb structure. We face many a times that if you're making couverture versus cocoa butter base versus compounds that are typically available, so it always comes at a cost, and that is something that comes with the education that you're giving. So as of now, given it's been almost a year, you how has that community of customers been? They've all obviously been loyal, and they've been someone who look up to this as a golden standard of quality.
They protect Misa as if it's a part of their own family, and that's what we didn't expect at all, and that's what we're very grateful for.
No, that's very encouraging to hear, and would love more and more such examples. Thank you so much to be giving that out to our community as a whole. I think it's interesting that we also had another interview with another doctor, and they also started off being a doctor
Okay.
and then moved to baking. I somehow see that there is a huge parallel in these fields. You're actually serving a community and taking care of them in a way where you don't quite know, or you only keep yourself accountable, hold yourself accountable to the ingredients that you're putting in, which is something very similar to what a doctor would do in terms of saving someone's lives. So how has that been? I mean, I think there is a huge overlap there. Interestingly shown in, I think, The Bear as well, which is a show.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen it yet.
So it's great to hear it. And how do you feel that this same concept can grow? Where, of course, in Vadodara, which is not a metro, but we've got a decent cosmopolitan crowd. But when you go to different cities, have you seen that same response be different? How do you see this scaling up, Misa?
So there would currently we're looking at uh, rather than scaling up, we're looking at getting our processes as set as possible so that we can standardize the products that we're doing, and we can provide a consistent and a very precise looking products to our customers. And after that, scaling up would be a cakewalk, in our opinion.
Interesting. So again, narrowing down and literally making sure your systems are in place.
Yes.
For anything. Yeah. So have you?
Just sorry, we'd
No, no,
rather be a big fish in a small pond.
Yes. No, that's a super point that you make. How? What are your processes like? You and Aditya, what are you all doing to make sure that you all are integrating those systems and building that culture? Uh, Sort of a honeycomb within Misa. What is your process like?
It starts with ever treating your staff, not calling them a staff, but a team and a family. It starts with giving them the same sense of pride, the same sense of responsibility that you have for your own business. So, most of our team, all of our team members, they're not from this background. They people, some of our team members are people with special needs, something that I'll come to in the later part of the segment. But m- most of our team members are DDs who did not have any experience in the industry, who we taught from scratch, and now they're able to handle the kitchen without us on their own. They're able to maintain the same guest experience, and that comes with instilling the same sense of responsibility, the same sense of pride about Misa that we hold near and dear.
Wow. So that's amazing to hear. And you mentioned Didis and special needs. So how are you going about getting these people on board? And that, I think, is the secret sauce that you're mentioning in your setup.
So even before we knew that we want to name our business Misa, we Aditya and I had discussed that we want to provide employment to people who wouldn't really get chances in industries other than small scale industries like file making, candle making. And that's when we approached Spandan School of mentally special people. They're based in Karali Park, and they helped us get two of the students on board. and we've trained them, and they're able to handle the full front office on their own.
Wow, that itself is like a thing that a lot of us should be learning from, and would love to hear more about that.
Can I tell you a small story about
Would love
what?
to hear this.
So his name is Farhan. He comes. He does not come from a very financially strong background, but after he received his first salary, he donated it all to his school.
Wow.
That's how grateful he was, and we don't think any other people, any other person would have even thought of it. So we're very grateful that we're working with such beautiful people.
That's I think the impact that you're making not just to the individuals but to the school as well. And just to try and understand, Farhan is handling what role in your organization?
He handles order deliveries. He handles talking to the customers if they need anything, table clearance, the whole front office maintaining, front of the house maintaining. Everything should be in place. Everything should be as clean as possible. He takes care of all of that.
Wow, this is at the Fatehganj.
Fatehganj outlet.
Would love to come and meet Farhan.
Please.
So, so amazing to hear. Do you have more such stories about? This is very inspirational, not just for myself or the people who are listening, but I think it's a great model to sort of follow and integrate the community. That do you have more such stories to share with us
I
about?
have a story related to you, to bar.
To bar,
Yeah,
okay?
because I've lived in Vadodara for all my life, so I have a lot of city pride, and I would like to buy as locally as possible. That's why I initially made the switch to bar because of the cost. But now I've stayed because of the quality and the pride that we're doing, making it all here. We're using it here.
That's great to hear, and I guess hopefully we can at some point in time grow our own cocoa beans as well. So we are moving towards something of that sort. In terms of how you actually, like you said that you're investing in systems, and you're before scaling you want to make sure that you hit that perfection. I think the small example of the croissant is keeping on ringing in my mind, and that is exactly I think how I would look at Misa. So how do you look at the next 4 or 5 years moving forward, and what are your plans with what do you and Aditya plan to do with such a beautiful brand that you all have built?
We'd like to be as protective of the brand as we can. We would want to grow, but we would want to be true to our values of small scale production, our values of customer connection, community building. We'd want to hold them close as well. And eventually the dream is to have one Misa in Aditya's hometown, Jaipur, as well.
Definitely makes sense, I'm sure, and probably the Taj there would appreciate it as much as you mentioned. So, uh, getting into the structure, and you mentioned team, and this is something that is really resonating in what you're saying. Say, as a bakerpreneur, if you're looking at the setup, you've invested a lot in the team. You've trained a lot of people. What is the size at which you're at as of now? What are the number of people that you
We
are?
have 12 right now,
12.
including the two outlets.
Okay, so that means you've also had a very close-knit team.
Yeah.
Even with two outlets having just 12 people, but very you've handheld almost each one of them. So are you looking to grow in that manner as well in terms of team? So would you be looking at getting people who are requiring this as much as you're requiring them, and then making sure that they're getting to understand the culinary arts as well as you've learned them? Okay,
We'd rather give jobs to people who really need them. We would love to invest in taking their family forward, making their lives better. We'd rather do that than grow at a very multipliable scale and not consider the team.
So if I had to ask you, first and foremost, what does Misa mean? Where does the name come from?
Thank you for asking me. I love to tell this story. So Aditya and I had gone to Denmark for a short pastry course. That's where we came across this name. Misa is a Swedish word.
Okay.
Denmark and Sweden are neighbors.
Right.
Misa, there's no direct translation to English, but it evokes the feeling of coziness, comfort, spending time in good company with your loved ones, doing the things that you love the most. And that's what we'd like our customers to feel with our food and in our space. Hence, Misa.
Wow, it's interesting. I'd definitely recommend watching The Bear.
Okay.
It's on Disney Hotstar, and they also have a Nordic connection. So, but it's superbly interesting to also realize that that same feeling and the same meaning is actually being evoked in the way you built the brand. So it's true through and through. So if you were to give a name to this entire journey in the form of a autobiography or a movie title, what would you sort of call it, other than Misa, of course, but
Just a word,
a word, a sentence, a phrase?
a journey of growth.
Journey of growth.
Yeah.
Nice. So, thank you so much for sharing this, Nidhi. It's been amazing to hear this journey of yours. I had to ask you a question which is more from the point of view of chocolate.
Mm.
What was your earliest memory of chocolate? What do you associate chocolate with? And I know this is going to, like, I've never probably talked to someone who's been reading Tarla Dalal books from the age of 11. So I'll need to be wary about this would probably be a little technical from your point of view.
All. So, as all kids, my earliest memory of chocolates was getting a chocolate when we did something nice, when we did something right, and being refused to have a chocolate when we did something wrong. That's what.
So the whole reward and the 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 goose
Sure.
that you got for doing something nice. And what are the chocolates that you associated with happy memories growing up?
I loved dairy milk growing up. For the longest time before college,
Uh-huh.
the real chocolate was dairy milk to me. I did not like Boneville because that was dark. I did not like any other chocolate except dairy milk.
And where does your so if you were a chocolate,
Yeah.
what chocolate do you think you would be like? And I would love for a nice,
Brand.
not just a brand. I think in terms of milk, quite dark with what infusion?
Milk.
Milk chocolate.
Yeah. Subtle, approachable, goes with everything, not too hard on the palate. I think I'd definitely be milk.
I think this is,
Comforting.
I really can see how Misa is an extension. I would love to have a conversation with Aditya as well. But I really like this aspect of Misa being an extension of your personality. And this is something that we see very commonly in home bakers who've now grown. Do you think of this consciously, or do you sort of, it just comes as second nature to you?
It just comes naturally after a point.
So, were you as, say, a sweet tooth in your school time as well?
Yes. Yes.
So everyone around you associated.
Right.
Wow.
People have to always tell me to be a little more timid, to be a little, I don't know if smart is the right word, but to have some guards up, but I'm not naturally that way. I'm very.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad that this is the way it is because we are all privileged to have Misa, a brand like Misa, associated from our city itself. Maybe it's amazing and commendable how you set up this brand. I think it's a lesson to be learned and lots to learn from how you and Aditya are taking Misa forward.
Thank you. That would be, hopefully, we're just getting started. We can do a lot more in the community, with the community.
We are privileged to have something like this in our city.
Thank you.
So we'll go into a little curveballs segment.
Okay.
I don't know, we can call it no holds bar
Okay.
or something along those lines or from behind the bars. But would just like to understand a little bit about the personality. Misa is an extension of you that I can see in a very obvious manner. But digging deeper, if so, what are you reading any books as of now? Do you read books? What's the latest song that you're listening to? I understand we're in the middle of Navratri, so everyone's got garbas that are playing. Is what's the song that you've been stuck on recently?
Recently, I've been listening to mostly garbas. That's what plays in the kitchen
Ha.
because Aditya wants to get everybody in the garba mood. That's what's been playing in the kitchen.
Are you going as well?
No, we don't
Oh.
find the time yet, but hopefully we'll go during these last 2 days. Yeah.
Nice. Any particular garba that you're listening to?
All garbas,
All of them.
mostly Atul Purohit.
Atul Purohit. So I think is synonymous with garba for us,
Yeah.
at least. That's interesting. And so just as a female entrepreneur or a bakerpreneur, what are the challenges or what are the things that you feel are are required for any other female bakerpreneur out there?
When I started, I felt that I had to work extra hard to prove myself, especially when I was working as a bakerpreneur. When I was looking for equipments to get, when I was looking at vendors, I felt that I was not taken as seriously as my male counterparts would have been taken. But then again, I don't know if it was because I was young or because I was a woman.
That's the interesting, but I think that that could be something that would be a common thread. I'm sure you would be hearing from other folks at IHM that studied with you, or is it something that you're
women, yes, they generally have this opinion.
challenged?
Yes.
And how do you think you're overcoming or making sure that people know that you're serious?
They can see it in our work. We'd rather our work speaks for itself than we do the talking.
Makes sense. What's your favorite way to chill out? How do you de-stress?
Sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I love the most, and hanging out with my dog.
Okay, what dog do you have?
She's a Labrador. Her name is Noori.
Noori.
Yeah.
Any particular reason that you went with Noori as a name?
We love the name for her.
But it's a beautiful name. And so de-stress with sleep or Noori?
Noori, yes.
What's your, if you want to bake for yourself, what's the thing that you'll have a quick fix with?
Firstly, I don't bake for myself
None at all.
anymore. I don't remember the last thing I baked for myself because we're always the ones who end up eating the leftovers or the scraps. But if I was to bake for myself, it will be something with chocolate, something comforting, maybe a flaness cake or a brownie, something that's indulgent.
Okay. Interesting. And do you constantly get requests at home to make stuff for family, extended family? Is none of that?
I think now they're also exhausted with being guinea pigs, having everything Misa.
So what's the latest work in progress developing?
We've recently launched Mifis, which are very delicate layers of puff pastry layered with fillings.
Okay.
And that's something very new to the city, and we're getting very good response for it.
What kind of fillings and what? It's like a
Sweet.
savory or sweet?
It's mostly sweet. Savory is a good idea. I'll maybe try that out. But we're mostly doing sweets. Our most recent flavor is berry mascarpone Mifi. It's written Millefeulli.
Okay.
So the L's are cited. Yeah, it's a French word. It means 1,000 layers.
1,000 layers.
The puff is very compressed and it's baked, so it's very crispy, and then it's topped with.
What are your inspirations like? Where do you get these ideas from? Your culinary background, or are you just constantly looking?
I'm constantly looking. I love to see what's going on, what other much prominent chefs are doing, and I take inspiration from that.
And if you had to like shoot an episode of MasterChef Australia, who would the celebrity be? Who would the ideal celebrity be next to you?
The MasterChef Australia judges, because that's what I've grown up watching. I one day want to cook for George, Gary, and Matt.
Wow. Yeah, hopefully we can get that done here.
Yes, we have a very good space for that.
So at least if not MasterChef Australia, we can at least start off with MasterChef Baroda.
Great.
And just one last question. If, say, if you retire happily at the age of 65, 70, how would you or where would you be happy seeing Misa go from there? Would you want it to be something that's a brand in every household, or something that's on everyone's shelf, or would you want it to be in every nook and corner of the world? How would you?
I'd want it to be specialized, something that people look to when they want to indulge, when they want to treat themselves with luxury, when they want to feel happy.
Nice. I think that's pretty much how I felt interviewing you and understanding Misa on a deeper level. Not just from us, but I think from all over the community. There should be more and more people who should be aware of not just the raw material or the ingredients, but the ingredients that make up the team and the brand. And that's what we've learned. Thank you so much, Nidhee.
Thank you, Dev.
Thank you. And there's a small little gift that we'd like to give you. We've just these are Indian origin chocolates.
Oh, wow.
So these are bean to bar.
Okay.
These are some of the beans, and would love for you to try them out as well. But this is our Mangalorean bean, and
all of these are from Mangalore.
All of them are from Mangalore.
Okay.
So would love to get some feedback and understand what are the flavors that you're getting from it, as well as what you make from it.
Thank you. The packaging is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How detailed it is.
So we've got some hidden, we've got literally a golden ticket through this for our factory tours that are going to come up. So no, we would love to. We're privileged to be associated with Misa,
Thank you.
and we would love for this association to blossom.
We feel the same way about you.
Thank you, Nidhi.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks.